Former President Donald Trump's legal team is out. According to a statement from attorneys Jim Trusty and John Rowley, they've announced their resignation from the Trump team. I'm going to get to some reasons why, at least one. But in a joint statement, Trusty and Rowley said, "This morning we tendered our resignations as counsel to President Trump, and we will no longer represent him on either the indicted case or the January 6th investigation." Trump also made his own announcement on Truth Social. "For purposes of fighting the greatest witch hunt of all time, now moving to the Florida courts, I will be represented by Todd Blanche, Esquire, and a firm to be named later. I want to thank Jim Trusty and John Rowley for their work, but they were up against a very dishonest, corrupt, evil, and sick group of people, the likes of which have never been seen before. We will be announcing additional lawyers in the coming days. When will Joe Biden be indicted for his many crimes against our nation? MAGA." Every comment is just clown. It's just clown shoes. Okay. Now you might be asking what's going on. Why the shakeup? Very interesting. It might have something to do with the recording in which Donald Trump brags about retaining these secret military information that he never declassified when he was president. Appearing on CNN shortly after this news broke, you had New York Times reporter Maggie Haberman saying this.
I don't think they quite know how to defend this, Poppy, from what we have heard. You know, they were, as Caitlin said, very startled by the existence of this tape. This tape was something that they learned existed when this aide to Trump testified. The prosecutors were already in possession of this tape. They didn't get it from the aide, although it appears the aide had a copy when it was subpoenaed later. But this is, and has been described to us this way by multiple sources since you guys broke this incredible piece of reporting many days ago, as a really problematic piece of evidence for Trump. Now, I think they're going to stick to their line of, you know, he says things, he didn't mean it a certain way. You know, I'm sure that they can come up with all kinds of explanations for why he used the language he used, but it's on tape.
It's on tape. It's on tape. Now, look, again, that tape got to be pretty damning for two of his lawyers to up and quit. It's very likely then, obviously, that Trump did not tell them about the existence of this tape or had denied the veracity. I remember Jim Trusty going on and saying, well, you know, you got a tape, but we're not going to argue about this because I don't really know if it even exists. Turns out it does. CNN's got it. Oops. So, and now there's an indictment and the tape, again, belonging to CNN. Not belonging, sorry, had been given and shared to CNN. So I think in those lawyers' minds, it's over. Oops. Although it might not be. Wait, hold. NBC News is also reporting that, this trial will be presided over, at least the first court appearance in Miami, by Judge Eileen Cannon. Oh, no, she's back. Cannon made a series of rulings that were very, very favorable to Donald Trump during the early stages of the investigation. And now, would you look at that? Here comes Eileen Cannon to preside over this case. Here we go again. But look, okay, to be fair, we don't know if she's going to be permanently assigned to the case. Now, if she is, of course, she could be recused. The DOJ, of course, could also challenge her appointment if she ends up, either not recusing and being permanently put on that case. And if they are successful, this could go to another one, possibly Donald Middlebrooks. That's another judge, Judge Reinhardt. So, that could happen. This could just be one of those things where it's like, okay, her name just came up in the Rolodex or whatever randomly. It's not going to work. However, nightmare scenario time. She could end up becoming the permanent judge in this case. The DOJ could lose their appeal or not even, challenge this. They might come in with the hubris and think, oh, well, this case is so incredibly airtight that we don't care. She could then also possibly kick the case to a bench ruling instead of, jury. And that could be problematic. Look, of course, would that ever happen? I mean, that could never happen, right? I don't want to freak anybody out, but at the end of the day, anything is possible.